that a team is going to let you play two positions, I guarantee you, he said, oh, yeah, and by the way, go ahead and meet every single Colorado player you can.
Bold move. Trust me, I believe in you.
Travis Hunter was drafted second overall to the Colorado Jaguars, Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know whichever you call them, but there's a few Colorado Buffaloes over on that team. So today what we're going to do is walk through Travis Hunter, basically calling out and recruiting his guys to come play with him down there in Jacksonville. We're going to talk about, obviously, the remarkableness of Travis Hunter's career, playing both sides, the journey, everything like that. See him talk to the front office. They're very intrigued with him. They're going to let him play both sides of the ball. I would love to see how this works out. I would love to see him kind of define some of the laws, and it's even better when you bring your boys, which you got. If I don't want to say it wrong, but you got BJ Green. As well as Cameron. And Cameron was somebody who was a core part of that defense, right? He was a emotional and a leader just straight off of thumping people. BJ Green was someone who I thought was a bit of a standout in that Colorado defense. So lots of flavors from Colorado. Deion Sanders sent him a nice plethora of NFL players. So let's dive right into it with Travis Hunter speaking about. Now this is him, I think literally yesterday. So this is one of the newer things where we're going to go back in time, watch him get drafted and stuff like that. But here is the GM kind of telling Travis that we're embracing what you are.
Got you, right? And I don't mean like we've acquired you. I mean, we got you. So like we're supporting you. You got a bold ass vision for what you want to do on planet Earth.
Yes, sir.
And we got a bold ass vision for you.
I can tell you. Bold move.
Yes, sir.
I believe in you.
You know what I mean? But we got you. Like, so when you get out here, when you get with your teammates, continue to be nothing more than who you are admittedly. It's because by doing that, you're going to elevate this space.
We're going to go deeper into it. Wide receivers Travis Hunter, LaJohntay Wester, and Jimmy Horn Jr. all being selected. It's the first time CU had three players from the same position drafted in the same year since 1991 when three offensive linemen were picked. But not only that, Coach Prime got 8 Colorado Buffaloes to the NFL. But not only that, Colorado had the most wide receivers drafted of any school in college football in the 2025 NFL draft. That is completely remarkable. Now, for some reason, the quarterback throwing that ball, ended up only going in the 5th round. But hey, that's another conversation for another video that we will get into it. But nothing short of remarkable for what Travis Hunter has done on both sides of the ball. Remember that he started this journey actually near to where I live. I'm not going to dox myself, but y'all know I live in Georgia, Collins Hill, Georgia. And he was such an enigma of a football player, right? I was in college at the time, and some of my ex-teammates were talking about some. He's somebody who was already a superstar before he even got to college. He gets to college, obviously the infamous story of him flipping to Jackson State. Not only do you flip from Florida State, but you go to an FCS school, you follow Deion Sanders, XYZ, then you follow him to Colorado, you break school records, you win the Heisman, you play multiple positions at an extremely high level, and now here you are reaping the benefits, being drafted number 2 overall. I don't really know if there's anything better. I don't know if there's a better outcome here. I know there's a lot of people who doubted, a lot of people who had a lot to say about him going to an FCS school. A lot of people had a lot to say about him playing for Deion Sanders and trying to poke holes as to why somebody like Travis Hunter would want to be in the circus, quote unquote, at Colorado, the circus that Deion Sanders runs. And I think it's because he knows how to get people to the league. Again, 8 Colorado players in the league, 3 of them all in Jacksonville. And like I said, we can go deeper into that. But let's just take a peek at some of these videos, some of these reactions. One thing about it's not gonna play. I don't know why it's not playing, but it's just him doing his little dance. One thing about Travis, man, something that I really appreciate is that there's just an enjoyment, right? A lot of people speak on him just loving the game of football. I feel like he's a guy that just loves life. I feel like he's a guy that no matter how much I want to say about his girlfriend, y'all want to bring all this nastiness into it, when I see the way he operates, when I see the joy that he has to play this game, I think it's inspiring just to be great, right? Somebody who is already such a high level, already doing phenomenal things, is ready to go to another level and hopefully break more things and break more stigmas and set new records and set new heights. So it's a phenomenal thing to see. Here is, of course, his brothers in arms, Shiloh and Shador, watching the draft.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter. field in Duval County, and the Jacksonville Jaguars win those 3 spots. Trade next year's first-round pick and other.
Wow, that is great stuff there. And like I said, I just love the reaction from them. I love how excited they are. I love how excited, obviously, Travis Hunter is to get to work. And let's get deeper in here. Here is part of his opening. This is just him being excited playing the game of football, dog. He's just excited to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. I mean, they're just getting into the dang. I don't think this has audio. This has no audio, but they're just getting into it. He's over there like a dang fan, like a fan contest, just trying it on, man. Trying that F7 on. Does he? He wears an F7, doesn't he? I forgot. I don't know. Look at that. Look at the cheese, man. There's something about when you're watching people. Look, at the end of the day, it's a silly game, right? I make football. I make videos about a children's game, right? It's foosball. It should not be taken as seriously as I think a lot of people really want to take it. And when you see the joy, not just this angst, not this whatever, not this dog. I just want to play football. I just want to be a part of it. And somebody at that level who should be able to be like, man, I don't care about it. I don't care about this media. Dog, he's embracing it. He's enjoying it. I feel like he's going to love it, and Jacksonville's going to love him back. And we'll see what his career, kind of pans out. This is a throwback. This was back when Travis Hunter was playing at Jackson State, and he was already predicting he was going to be in Duval County. What's up with this?
Travis, how you feel playing on the Jaguars field?
I was about to say something so crazy.
What you was about to say?
Can't fit that in the video.
What you was about to say?
No.
Well, okay, hold on. How you feel playing on Jaguars field? Jaguars Stadium.
I ain't played here yet, but hopefully we got a great outcome. It's gonna be the first time playing on the Jacksonville field. Hopefully I get drafted in one day because they're gonna have a top pick in the future.
Bro, come on, you disrespecting Jackson?
You feel me? It's not disrespectful. All they needed was a little bit of Travis Hunter in there. Like, that's all they needed. And then also, sorry, we skipped over this video. Apparently Travis Hunter spent last night looking at houses in Jacksonville. I guess he already knew what it was.
How surprised were you?
How surprised was I?
Yeah.
I was super surprised, even though I went on Zillow last night and searched up some houses in Jacksonville.
Okay, wait, what?
Yeah, I did that last night.
What? Why?
I had a feeling.
Travis, are you joking with me right now?
No, if I had my iPad, I'll show you. I actually went on Zillow last night.
What gave you that feeling?
I don't know. I don't know. I just had a feeling that Jacksonville was going to try to.
That boy got a call.
Did you find
Travis? Oh, let me.
House that you liked?
Did I find a house? No, I found a couple lakes, though.
Hey, and we know, as Deion says, as Travis says, that boy just likes to fish, play football, and play video games. So he gonna find him a lake to get aquatic with. He's having a great time with, and they had this little thing. Like he's always just doing something. Snatching his jersey. Come on. Like, this is a guy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you feel me? You feel me? Like, this is. A lot of people talk about, and we can talk about what Shador is and yada, yada, yada. We can have that conversation. But, and I want to, talk about the player that he is and what it can look like in the future. Obviously, him, having Trevor Lawrence as quarterback, blah, blah, blah. But you talk about media darling, right? Somebody who just shows up and gives you the right answer. He smiles. He jumps up and down. Like, I mean, the NFL couldn't ask for a better, right? Somebody to change the culture and at least be looked at in a positive way. He don't do nothing off the field except apparently get cheated on. Hey, that's what y'all said. That's what y'all said. That's what y'all be saying. Stop saying that about Travis Hunter, by the way. Please stop. Because that's the only thing y'all got negative about him. Everything else he does is phenomenal. He plays football phenomenal. Apparently, he's nice at games. Apparently, he's a better fisher than Deion Sanders. That boy is phenomenal. And I think he's going to be able to do phenomenal things on the football field as well as revolutionize a Jacksonville team with not too long ago, just a decade ago. Look, I'm a Texas fan. I know. they had them defense. They had defense, boy. AJ Bouye, what's it called? Ramsey over there. Allen at one point. Telvin. I think he got arrested. Telvin? Didn't Telvin get arrested? Anyway, another point. They had a nasty defense down there in Saxonville, and Travis Hunter might be the start there, or he might just be the spark that Trevor Lawrence needs to go to the next level. Now, before we end this, and of course we're going to be talking about Travis Hunter a little more, but we're about to talk about some other things as it comes to the Jaguars. We're going to talk about Cameron a little bit, BJ Green a little bit. I want to kind of put the book in on Travis Hunter. And I talked about how remarkable he is, and I think the remarkable things that he's going to continue to do in his career. But let's talk about that career. Let's talk about the fact that, There hasn't been anybody either in a long time or ever that I can really think about that's coming out the gate designated as a wide receiver and cornerback. Not a wide receiver that can play corner, not a corner that can catch foosballs. He's coming into the league saying, no, I am going to do both of these things at a high level and I do as many and get as many snaps as physically possible. And we've seen the Iron Man level antics that he's done at Colorado, right? So will he be able to do that at the NFL league? I think it's just going to look different, right? And that's not a negative on him, but there's not many, unless you're physically opposing, right? It's very rare that a rookie is going to be able to be dominant. Now, can a rookie be great? Yes. And I think Travis Hunter can be great, but I say give it 2 or 3 years, right? Where, okay, maybe this game he plays defense. Maybe this game he plays more offense. I feel like it should be almost like a game by game with, some sprinkles. And then when he gets into year 3, and then when he gets into year 4, then when he's like, oh yeah, I know this entire offense and I can just come in and always just play lockdown corner at any times. I think that's actually what his career is going to ideally look like, where he's not going to look like the Colorado playing snaps every single day until he gets to year 3, until he gets to year 4, until he gets to that second contract, right? They pay him as a wide receiver / cornerback as he's doing it. He kind of molds into what that looks like, understands what that really takes on his body at the NFL level, and hopefully some phenomenal things happen. So that's just my opinion, right? I've been on record, kind of saying that I think Travis Hunter needs to be a cornerback that you put in packages as wide receiver, just because I think it's easier to do that. It's not to say that I think he's the greatest cornerback of all time. I think he's a phenomenal instinctual cornerback. I think he's a ridiculous zone cover cornerback. A lot of people kind of like, have they show the highlights of Ted McMillan catching stuff on him or Ayamar catching stuff on him. One-on-one coverage is not where he is elite, or that's not where he hangs his hat on. Now, he can do it. Look, I'm not going to look you in the eye and say Travis Hunter can't cover man-to-man, but where he hangs his hat on is those instincts. It's his range at his only 6'1", 6'2" size. It's the fact that he can play this off-ball corner and basically play and cover a whole plane of field, right? It's a different way to slice the butter, right? He's not a Jalen Ramsey, where even though Jalen Ramsey is very rangy, played safety obviously in college. He's not I'm gonna jam you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna physically impose you, I'm gonna get all up in you, even though Jalen Ramsey can't play corner. I mean, look, Jalen Ramsey is one of the greatest corners of all time. Yeah, argue with a wall. That's my guy. So he's not physically imposing like that, but the range is similar. The fluidity is similar. The ball skills are second to nobody, I don't think. I think that he's going to be able to get in there, play plenty of corner. Again, ideally, you're not getting thrown at every time. Ideally, like I said, you're in an off zone where, hey, just sit there. Just sit in the flat. Just direct traffic. Hey, come in. I think he can come in and play a dime too. I think he can bleed. Dime. I think he can come in and be the nickel back. Easy. I think he has the lateral quickness to be able to do that. Now, you don't want him line up on no tight ends. I don't think. I don't think that's what you want. Not an NFL tight end, but I think he can kind of get in there and direct traffic. The best bet to me is, again, learn the defense, do what you do, and then you come in on gadget plays. You come in and get some touches. You come in and we use you as a weapon on the offensive side, and really make sure that you strike fear in the worlds and the eyes of these defenses to know, hey, this isn't just a dude, right? This is a part who's integral to the offense and is going to continue to be used to the high tier. Now, as we continue on and also continue forward, we got to talk about the other Colorado players. Now, hey, man, I'm claiming it. Travis Hunter went in there. Look, if you think that a team is going to let you play 2 positions, I guarantee you he said, oh, yeah, and by the way, go ahead and give me Cam. Go ahead and give me BJ. Give me every single Colorado player you can. And I think that's what happened here. Travis Hunter, Cameron, Simon Craig, and BJ Green are headed to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Absolutely great stuff. Obviously, that's him reacting to Shador getting reacted. Shout out to Travis Hunter.
With the 144th pick in the 2025 NFL, the Cleveland Browns select Shador.
Yes, sir.
Them boys jet lag. Them boys in there. But there go BJ Green. Again, I think a standout defensive end, an anchor for the Colorado defense last year. And then, like I talked about, Cameron, the focal point of that Colorado defense, right? In a world where Travis Hunter does have to come off the field, to split reps or do whatever, him and Shiloh were two people who really stood out as being, you know, vocal leaders as well as emotional leaders, as well as leaders that can just make a play, right? I think that's one of the most impactful ways to lead on the football team is, hey, when you look around, Cameron's laying somebody out, he's making a play, he's in a box, he's doing some stuff rangy. I think he's a guy that can immediately, he's gonna want to try to be that nickel guy. He's gonna want to try to be that X position. I think he can take on tight ends. I think he is gonna be able to have that chip on his shoulder to do that. Again, I should rephrase. I don't think Travis Hunter can't cover tight ends, but where would you want him, right? You want him locking down the number one. You want him locking down maybe a speedy, guy in the slot. I think Cameron's going to be that if used correctly and you know he gets the right chances, he's going to be that utility knife, right? That kind of can do everything. I can play free. I can play box. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can get a little nickel action going on. I'll take on a tight end. Like, I think he's going to be the guy that kind of fills that role of just wanting to get after it, right? So. Now, this is Deion Sanders' reaction, and this is you know, he went to people.
And with the second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter. The Jacksonville Jaguars, sort of like the color of the jacket Travis Hunter is.
Hey, man, this is absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations to Travis Hunter. Congratulations to BJ Green, to Cameron, to the Buffaloes that have made it into the NFL. Deion Sanders has sent 8. The first time that two of the same positions have been sent since 1991, where the two offensive linemen. A lot of his stories being made, a lot of legendary things happening. I think Travis Hunter is going to have a phenomenal NFL career and sadly revolutionize Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm a Texans fan, son. I don't need none of that going on, all right? CJ Stroud owns this division, okay? So you can take your little two-way playing and you can take it up the road, son, all right? Welcome to CJ Stroud land, all right? Sorry. Just had to make it sure. I'm a fan, but I'm not that much of a fan. Hook 'em horns. Go Bevo. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content, everything else in between, man. We're going to be doing it back in the transfer portal after we wrap up all this draft stuff. Still got Cam Ward video to come, Jackson Dart video to come, Quinn Ewers video to come. Lots of great stuff. I cannot thank y'all enough for the support for these videos. It has been phenomenal. So many new viewers. Hope y'all stay. Hope y'all subscribe. If you want to know what we do, like I said, NIL, transfer portal, foosball of all sorts and shapes and sizes. We're about to get in the offseason, so please leave a comment down below if there's any type of content you want to see. We've done some, backgrounds on players. We've done some stories on players. We usually like to, put it together on this nifty thing. Oh, yeah, and frequently asked question. This thing that I'm using, this fancy schmancy thing, it's called Obsidian. I'm no gatekeeper, dog. There's probably people who are smarter than me that can use this. You can hit arrows and stuff. Like, you can go crazy with it. You can. This is called a canvas. You can just do little sheets. But anyway, I'm not here showing you what Obsidian is. I know people ask me about that. So that's what this is. You're great. Keep being great. We'll see you next time. I really appreciate your peace.